So Apple's new alternative to Lightroom, and I've been getting the exact same result, matching all my edits, 300 different styles, to see if it can be a replacement to Lightroom, and it totally can. It is a very, very good alternative to Lightroom, and I'll go over how we can switch, how I'm matching my photos, what you'll be missing if you go to Photomator, what you'll be gaining, because there's actually some things that are better in Photomator than Lightroom, surprisingly. This is a perfectly good reason to leave Lightroom, to save yourself a lot of money and actually improve your workflow. So it's never been a better time to think about switching and saving yourself 10 grand over the lifetime of you using Adobe. And the weird thing is, these companies are kind of opposites. Adobe is known for crashing, being expensive, subscription, a bit more for Windows, bad reliability, pretty slow. Apple is one-time payments, known for its reliability and speed. And a lot of creatives use Apple. Apple's strengths really crush Adobe's weaknesses. So it's really interesting to make this comparison. It's just recently had a pretty huge update for file management, which was the one thing it was missing to take on Lightroom. So this is all very new. Here is Lightroom, but we are going to open up Photomator here, and you can see how fast that opened. So we have all our images here. So we have a really nice organization of our photos. I really like this. It's just what I'm used to with Apple. So here's a folder. It is Reveal and Finder is just on my desktop. A lot of people, their first resistance to leaving Lightroom is the organization in the catalogs. I like this. I'm used to Apple. I'm used to Finder. Yeah, super simple. It's more intuitive in my opinion. We can flag, we can set ratings, we can copy adjustments and copy and paste onto other edits, and then up here we can filter our searches, so we can look for 5 stars, raw, flagged. Yeah, I don't see like we're missing much from Lightroom in terms of organization, and I think we're gaining a lot with Apple's speed and efficiency. These are big raw photos. I imported like 500 photos really fast. So for the price of Lightroom, you could get 6 terabytes of our Apple iCloud storage. Adobe gives you 1 terabyte, but the Apple iCloud, you could use it for everything you do, all your filmmaking, all your personal stuff. So that's super enticing for me. Okay, so here's Lightroom here, and here is Photomator. So I've been doing a lot of this, just matching styles over, trying to get the same result as these edits that I've been doing over in Lightroom. I've done so many of them. You can see that we're getting really, really close. So let's look at the interface of Photomator. So if I just slide 2 fingers down, we're back in our catalog or folder here, and just double click, come in. We've got this here, all the panels. Now we've got pretty much all the same tools. And when I was recreating these edits, I was trying to use the same techniques. I was referring to the settings in Lightroom, so everything translates over pretty well. If you understand color and the curves and the sliders, you'll be able to translate your edits very well over here. As you can see, it's laid out very similar to Lightroom. The sliders are a little different here, so we don't have whites. The black point slider is pretty different. There is no dehaze. Do have this really interesting tool here, so we can add texture to the highlights or soften the highlights, add clarity to the highlights, so we can target clarity, which is very interesting. I would like to see that in Lightroom. We have the HSL, obviously, vibrance and saturation, color wheels, same as Lightroom. Curves respond pretty similar to Lightroom. So I'm pretty happy with all the curves. You know, like I depend on the curves so much for all the stuff I do. They are the most important part to editing. We have LUTs import. Personally, not a big fan of that. Sharpening, and the grain looks pretty good. If I just slide 2 fingers down, we're back, and I wish this just stayed open. I didn't have to click on it, but we have all of our selections here. So speed is very, very good here. I'm gonna not mess with the edit, selecting sky. Let's select background, subjects, very, very quick. Color range, let's select skin tone, let's refine. Yeah, we have everything here. So if we select subjects again, and then we can, just like Lightroom, we can subtract or add to this. So we could do subjects and sky. if we wanted to. So we've got our adjustments here. Let's add clarity to subjects in sky. And an update for those that are in the course, we have a really good guest editor coming in. So preset raw image will be breaking down his exact editing technique so you can do it. So for those that don't know, that's where I've gathered all these amazing editors sharing their presets, their raw images, and we're breaking down their exact process to getting their style so we can learn, so we can create any style we want. So I teach what I learned after making like 300 matching style videos in Lightroom. I teach my techniques on color and curves and contrast to get any color you want, any contrast you want, therefore any style you want. I break that all down so we can see these styles in action and learn from them. I just really don't think editing needs to be this 20-year, 10-year journey to find your style, to master. It can be done way faster if we learn these color techniques and we get all this transparency of having the raw image, the step-by-step lessons, and it just makes editing way more enjoyable when you know what an image needs, you know how to look at an image on Instagram and just copy the style if you wanted to, or create your own style. So the interface is great. Like we've got also the clone stamps here, which are super fast again, just like that. Yep, and we have the cropping. We've got this auto edit, stay away from that, don't really like it. So I was really happy with even my more complex edits that required very specific color placement. I was able to match it over pretty easily, so I was really happy about that. We also have presets down here. We can hit this, we can actually hide presets bar down here, or we can show presets, create your own presets by just clicking here, and we just created a new preset, and then they can be exported and all that good stuff. One other reason people don't want to leave Lightroom is because of the preset ecosystem, but I think you could just buy the Lightroom presets, learn what they do, and just switch them over to Photomator if you understand color and the curves and the techniques to working with color. I kind of like to hide the presets here. I find it kind of distracting, all these colors and shades down here. So I kind of like it like this. You can also like change the background as well. Keep it white though. Personally, not a huge fan of all the AI tools. I just want fast, good workflow for it to manipulate color and contrast the way I want it to. And it does that. One other thing is profile corrections that is missing, but that's surely coming. So it's a little annoying at the moment, but surely in the future. There is also an Apple alternative to Photoshop. It is only $50. So if you want to replace skies, retouch skin, textures and stuff like that, that will do all that for you as well. So should you switch over and ditch all your experience? The way I see it is the principles to color and contrast stay the exact same. If you understand the curves, if you understand how color works, you'll be able to make this transition very easily. Color behaves the exact same. We have mostly the same tools. So in editing, I think that's what matters. Not all these fancy AI things that like generative fill from Lightroom. I don't think that's a reason to stay in Lightroom. I did a really big comparison to all the softwares just not that long ago. I really didn't like any of the cheap softwares, and then Capture One is just really expensive for what it is when you just have Apple right here and you got a MacBook. It's gonna just absolutely kill it. So yeah, that's it for this one. Catch you in the next one.